some of the very important dignitaries that have come by to support us today. Mr. Latortu has been very supportive of our work in the community. He's seen the progress that we have made, not only in downtown, but I think he'll tell you more about another neighborhood where you see me working. And we're just very delighted to not only have him here today, but also the council, that is Mr. Alex Jaspi. Doing good? Okay. As everybody may know, now there is a new government in Haiti, and everything is in place. The Prime Minister is in place, the ministers are in place, and now everything is going to be moving forward to help the country of Haiti. And let's give that a hand. And you know, the diaspora, which is all the people that have left Haiti and come to Miami and come to New York and Chicago and Boston and every other place where Haitians live, Quebec, Montreal, across this world, Paris, Belgium, everywhere. There is so much involvement of the diaspora in helping Haiti to recover, helping Haiti to rebuild. There are tens of thousands of nonprofit organizations. There are tens of thousands of missions that have been going on anyway before the earthquake to help the children and to help the people of Haiti with all of the needs that they have, and believe me, the needs are many. But now, with a solid government in place, the Prime Minister, all the ministers have been installed, am I correct? Okay. And now the country can really move forward. The international organizations, everybody is stepping up and everybody is stepping forward to try to make Haiti again the pearl of the Antilles, which it once was. I'd like to recognize my Uncle Ernie right here, who has been to Haiti. What year were you in Haiti?
In the 80s.
Okay.
I lived there for 6 months.
Pretty good experience?
Yeah. Excellent.
Okay.
The best food that I've ever had.
Right. We got kind of like a deja vu on the food over here. Later on. All right. So, again, without the support of the Haitian government here, and without the support of everybody behind me, around me, and surrounding the entire area today, and a few people who could not be here, we would not be able to do this today. Now I'd like to recognize Mr. Georges Daniel. Please step forward. I think he needed another round of applause, and I'll tell you why, but let's do that first. Mr. Georges Daniel is one of the pioneers of Little Haiti. The Haitian community here had a beginning in the 1960s in Little Haiti, in the area that we now call Little Haiti. Before that, it was Lemon City. Now, as a result of the name coming forth, Little Port-au-Prince by Vitor Jus in 1974, and the Miami Herald changing that to Little Haiti, because like you got Little Havana, we were going to do Little Port-au-Prince, but somehow it got turned into Little Haiti, and it's still Little Haiti, and it will always be Little Haiti. I'm proud to say that the Urban Tour Host, which is our community-based cultural tourism company, has taken over 30,000 people to Little Haiti, over town, Liberty City, Little Havana, Alapata, and downtown Miami over the last 10 years for a cultural community experience. And we're going to continue doing that over the next 10 years because we are showcasing the part of Miami that a lot of people never see. We call this our behind-the-scenes tour of Miami because we believe, even though I love the beach, don't get me wrong, we believe that Miami is more than a beach. We have traditional, historic, cultural neighborhoods that are the lifeblood of this city of Miami. And I have made it my business to showcase those communities to the world. Mr. Georges Daniel is one of the pioneers in my book, The Story of Little Haiti, featuring its pioneers. He has been so cooperative with me over these years, attending many, many panel discussions, people asking him questions, what was it like in the early days? If you see him, and he's not participating in the tasting, if you see him, you can ask him any questions about what it was like in the early days, because it was a lot different than it is now. In the early days, we had, the Haitian had a difficult time coming here to Miami, mostly because of how they came here by boat most of the time, mostly because English was a barrier. So one of the first things that Haitian was trained in after the emergency food and health services and shelter was to learn English. And I'm also proud to say that Mr. Georges is one of the first businessmen that has established his business in Little Haiti, and to this day, 40 years later, still has his business in Little Haiti. Let's give him another hand. There are 50 other pioneers that I have interviewed, that I have put into my book. Unfortunately, some of them could not be here today, so I asked Mr. George Daniel to represent all of the pioneers of Little Haiti. Did I miss anything? Okay. All right. I would be remiss if I did not recognize our presenting sponsor, Archie Construction and Capital Nest Realty. Without them, this event would not be possible. Also, the Intercontinental Hotel behind us, Sudsy's Dry Cleaner, Bayside Marketplace, CVS Pharmacy, Macy's, The Smoke Shop, all of the wonderful restaurants that are here today, Continental Property Management, which manages this property, and about 50 others surrounding in South Florida, Pickleys.com, DowntownMiami.com, 102.7, The Soul of Miami, Exhale Spa, all of the restaurants, the U.S. Coast Guard, the City of Miami, the Downtown Miami Partnerships, Miami-Dade County Cultural Affairs, the Government of Haiti, Miami Museum of Science, the Haitian Chamber of Commerce, Little Haiti Cultural Center, Mary Kay Cosmetics, Studio D Salon, Jika the Artist, and Comcast. We wish you a very beautiful day. Please stay with us till 4.